It's super important to feel like you are enough, and yet most people actually don't. Hi, I am Carina. Welcome to Life Inside and Out with me, with Carina. We're talking about life on this channel and from the inside and out, because that's how we create the life we see and experience around us, from the inside and out. Today we're talking about feeling good enough or feeling like you're enough. It's a core value that most people are not in the best of place with. It's just the way it is. It's something that is conditioned in us from young years, with no ill intent from the adults in our lives, in most cases. In fact, most adults in our lives don't feel like they're enough either. So they can only teach us what they understand and know. We didn't used to know as much as we know today about how the human being work and function in this universe, on this earth. We know a lot more today. Nobody will ever know everything. But what we do know is that when we have a core value that states that we are not enough or we are not good enough, it affects almost everything, every area of our lives, one way or another. Now, this is important because our thoughts create our reality. It creates who we are, the life we're living, the things we have, the money we're making. It creates everything. Our thoughts become things. And when our thoughts, whether we are aware of them or not, create a feeling of not being enough, then we will see the results of that in our lives. So it's so important to feel like you're enough. For me, feeling like I wasn't enough stemmed from when I was 4 years old, through a situation that was completely misinterpreted by my 4-year-old mind. Because when we're 4, we don't have access, we don't have all the knowledge, all the capability, or all the function in our minds to actually interpret what happens when it's something we're not familiar with. So it goes into survival mode, into fear, into the unknown, because it doesn't know it, and that can cause traumas. I talked about it in another video. So when we feel like we're not good enough, it creates a disharmony, an imbalance in our physical bodies, but also in the lives we see around us, the life we create for us. In my case, it created debt. It created not mental illness, but mental disharmony. It created emotional chaos within me. Now, there's no quick fixes for anything usually in life, but there is one very simple thing that we can start doing that will begin to change this. The thing is that our minds actually believes everything we tell it. It cannot tell the difference between truth and false. It cannot tell the difference if you're actually experiencing something or if you are imagining something. And our minds love what's familiar. It goes directly when you're in a situation, when you are in any situation, any experience, what your mind does is that it goes through your memory bank to see what is familiar with this situation. And when it comes across a situation that it's not familiar with, that it cannot find anything in the memory bank that it's not familiar with, it has to go to the conclusion that it is an unknown, and in the unknown lays danger. What we want to do is to stop that, or replace that thought pattern of not being good or enough, or not being enough, with something different. Because what happens is that when we interpret things when we're 4 years old, when we don't have the memory bank to interpret things properly, then our minds go to those kind of things. It goes to not being enough, not being worthy, not being valued, automatically. And you know, we go through life, and every time it gets confirmed, it deepens. So we want to replace that thought, and affirmations is a very well-known way of changing your thoughts. A lot of people think that affirmations don't work. The truth is that they do. You just need to be consistent with it. But you also need to start putting your feelings into it, the good feelings into what you want. It doesn't mean that to feel good enough or to feel enough, you have to start feeling good enough or feeling enough. You just have to feel an elevated emotion. An elevated emotion is the high vibration emotions. Those are the feelings that feel good. That's love, that's joy, that excitement, that's understanding, compassion, that's satisfaction, appreciation, gratitude. Those kind of feelings are elevated emotion. Those are the good feelings. Those are the feelings that you want to feel, because we create our reality with our feelings. And the feelings we have most dominantly creates the most dominant results in our lives. So when we feel not good enough, we create a life that proves that to us. When we feel good enough, we create a life that shows that to us. That's the way it works. So what do we do? How do we do this? Well, use a mirror or a window. Get your lipstick out, get a pen, a whiteboard pen, or a window pen that you can write. It don't cost much. Just write it on a window, write it on your bathroom mirror. I am enough. Just 3 words. I am enough. Every time you see it, repeat it. Quietly, out loud, whichever way you want, but repeat it. I am enough. And when you do repeat it, smile a little bit, or go, yay, I am enough, or dance, I am enough, I am enough. Sing, do it, get in there, get excited about it, get excited about being enough. Every time you see those words on your mirror or window, or whatever you choose to write it down. I have it written in all different sides, on almost all of our mirrors actually. That's just, it works like magic. And you won't see any big changes, you won't see any big results immediately, but you will slowly start to notice differences in how you feel or the choices you make. Maybe you will start choosing the better feeling option instead of the worse feeling option, because the truth is we usually choose the worst feeling options because we do not feel good enough or like we're enough, and we do not feel worthy, and this works on both of those things a little bit. So get your pen, do the work, because you have to actually do it to change it. You have to be consistent with it. You have to actually step into it. Anything you want more of, any thoughts you want to feel more of, should be the good feeling thoughts. So consider what those are. Start simple. Start with I am enough. Get excited about it. Feel it. And if you're brave enough, stand in front of your mirror, look into your eyes and say, I am enough. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Whether I know you or not, I still love you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And go and check out my Patreon page. Maybe you will find something there that intrigues you, that you like. And, you know, let me help you move yourself into that life and person that you want to be. You are enough.